Hi, it's Joanne. Thank you for watching Star Wars Rebels Season 3, Episode 13, The Ghosts of Geonosis Part 2. Very excited to jump back in and see what happens next. A reminder that, as always, you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon. 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and let's go.
Easy, Saw.
We've all got questions for him.
He's unarmed. Can't underestimate these things.
I mean, it's not a thing, it's a sentient creature.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call you Click Clack. Come on out.
Does anyone here speak his language?
Tell us what the Empire was doing.
Brilliant hand gestures.
On
So he understands us.
Probably a trap. Another den of battle droids.
Or the answers we're looking for.
all this way.
I mean, there's also the possibility
What are
that
you doing?
he's helping us at the moment.
I think this is yours.
Where'd you get that?
He dropped it.
And they created those gunships.
We don't know what this individual did or didn't do. At least it explains his anger. No, of course these bitches have turned up. When don't they?
I'm sure this is where you live.
Is he the last of his people?
Droids he used to ambush us.
He didn't know who you were.
These people were killed, and we came here with weapons. Can you blame him for
A
protecting?
lot of stuff here.
Look! This is his place, his belongings.
What have you got in here? A weapon?
Stop it!
What else you got in there?
There's no proof that he's not defending himself in the same way that you treasure the last remainder you have of your sister.
That could be the last Geonosian egg left.
The last hope for their people. Because he revived the whole population with the Queen. They'd be very inbred, but Adam and Eve, eh?
This thing comes with us for interrogation.
Gentle!
Well, then who will protect the egg? That egg is the last chance to save his people. Then we have to help him protect it.
I know some
Exactly.
people in this rebellion don't want to admit it.
Okay, but we're taking Click Clack
Just
and
because
to our base.
you personally experienced loss doesn't mean you have to inflict it on everybody else.
What's your position?
We're heading back to the central air shaft.
Bless you, Ezra. I get that he's why he is the way he is, but listen to the people around you.
The ghost. If we destroy that
The ghosts of Geonosis.
for all of us. Stupid sand gets everywhere.
The true enemy of the Star Wars franchise is sand.
Pinpoint their last known position and take us down.
Better Empire drones than you have tried.
They've gone.
What did Click Clack want to show us?
I want to take him with us.
Okay, what does Click Clack want?
Exactly.
Back to our base for questioning.
Kanan, can I have a word with you?
He's the last of his people. Should we not be trying to help him?
What I hear, Saw's got a reputation for being a little extreme.
Considering his
Definitely can see that.
Yes, yeah, I blame him.
I mean, I can.
Hey, you can't take it.
Jesus!
What are you doing?
I mean, plenty of people experience losses in war. That doesn't excuse you to act like this.
I'm taking your shuttle, Jedi. We lost the last war because of you. I won't lose this one.
Right, Chopper, just come and zap him. Ezra.
You're not in command here.
Nope. Somebody to zap him!
Bug.
Fuck off! Jesus Christ. Might as well let the Empire win if we're gonna become them.
Right.
You don't want to do this.
I know you believe you're doing the right thing, but
You're not.
Shows no mercy.
The last of his family.
Exactly. You are becoming the thing you hate. What is the point of defeating it if we're just gonna be them?
I know you can.
And I won't apologize for how I do it.
Well, you should.
You're no better than the Empire.
Exactly.
Saw, can I count on you?
No!
Against the Empire? Anytime.
Then give him his egg back, you bitch. Can someone else smuggle Click Clack off the fucking ship?
Gotta go down. Looks like you get your way.
Oh, he wanted to go down. It's a good shot.
Our rocket trooper squadron suffered heavy losses.
How heavy?
We lost them all.
They didn't suffer heavy losses, they were wiped out. It's a difference.
Every second we spend down here seals our fate.
We've come this far.
Well, whose fault is any of that?
Clack thinks this is the way to go. I want to see why.
Team Click Clack! Bitch. Go to therapy.
There. Just like his drawing. The circle in the circle.
He's not the best artist, but
His people.
how did he survive?
The Geonosian belongs here.
Finally.
Geonosians deserve the same chance to rebuild that we do.
He went to therapy in between landing.
You're free.
Good luck, Click
I
Clack.
hope he finds a safe.
Let's load some of these canisters as proof for the Senate.
Because it's just proof the Empire has poison gas. The rest of it isn't proof.
They must.
Will we fit between the two prongs of the Empire's ship? Or...
Their captain is showing their inexperience. All hands, fire forward batteries. Sabine, fire proton torpedoes.
Jesus Christ.
We lost the canisters.
There goes the proof. You showed your inexperience. Should listened better than
All
training.
we were able to
will not be enough to convince the Senate of the Empire's atrocities. They may, however, help us recruit more systems to our cause.
Yeah.
Ezra, you're gonna find not all of our allies share the same values, or even fight the
Yep.
Empire for the same reason we do.
I've also got my issues with Saw Ezra, but in the end, he proved he's not the Empire. And for now, that will have to do.
It will. Okay, I like the idea of this meeting kind of a rebel with very different views and opinions. It's not just like it's a slight different opinion on things, a very different opinion on things, but also finding common ground in the end, him being reasoned with and attending a real quick therapy moment to realise that, you know, yeah, other people suffer too, and his suffering isn't the only suffering in the entire universe. I mean, I've been quite harsh on him. I can't even begin to comprehend his life and what he's been through, and he did lose his men to Click Clack, but he was also a foreign force in somebody else's home, and, you know, Click Clack was trying to protect the egg and his last chance of his people. A bit violently, but at the end of the day, the minute Saw got his hands on him, he made it very clear that he viewed him as a hostile enemy regardless. It's always dangerous to work with people that don't share your ideals in this kind of life and death situation, because he could so easily have just wiped out the Geonosians and he'd have slept fine that night. And that is very different with the ideals of the team and the Ghosts. So I'm very glad we are following them and not Saw Gerrera. I've not been enjoying the show half as much if it was the Saw Gerrera show. But it was fun to revisit him, as is with all old characters, to revisit kind of battle droids briefly, and to just get a real low-level basic Imperial commander that we could just defeat like it was nothing. Was fun as well. What was less fun was the gas canisters and the proof of genocide by the Empire that slipped through our fingers, but there are 4 years, I don't know how many years, a few years, until even the original series starts, so the Empire's hardly going to be toppled just yet. But like they said, there's hope they will give us enough ammunition to get more people on the side, to prove to them that the Empire is the abominable force that we all know it is. I love this episode for showing our crew's integrity and strength of character, and that the way they stood up to a bully, basically, in this dynamic. While also not just demonizing Saw Gerrera by having him realize he was being the Empire and choosing to do something better. Because if you become as bad as your enemy to defeat them, did you defeat them or did you just become them? Deep thoughts today. Reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, edited version 1 week in advance, and thank you so much for watching.